Just on the outskirts of Summerville, beside the aging Route 45, stood Mel's Diner, a memory-soaked haven that everyone in town cherished but few outside knew existed. The sparkling red exterior, adorned with neon signs that flickered even during the day, summoned a bygone era. Its reputation was built on more than just good coffee and the best cherry pie in the state. It was built on stories, the type that sticks to the soul like sweet syrup. Howard, in his late 60s, had owned Mel's for over 3 decades. He had taken it from its previous owner, Mel himself, a charismatic man who had the foresight to turn a rundown truck stop into a diner that epitomized Americana. Since taking over, Howard added his touch but maintained its essence. He knew everyone by name and story as they knew his. The diner served as a staging area for local happenings and personal milestones. Birthdays were celebrated with a free slice of pie and a boisterous song. Anniversaries were toasted with mugs of freshly brewed coffee. Even on regular days, the air buzzed with the chatter of daily gossip and shared laughter. It was a sweltering Friday in July when Sarah, a high school teacher, stepped into the diner. The bell above the door jingled a nostalgic tune as she entered, a familiar welcome. As per her usual, she found a booth by the window, the one which caught the best of the morning sun and afforded a view of the old elm tree outside. Howard shuffled over, coffee pot in hand, his face creasing into a smile. "Morning, Sarah. The usual?" he asked, knowing full well the answer. "Yes, please." "How's the morning crowd been?" she queried, arranging her papers. She graded papers here, her second office, claiming the natural light improved her mood. "Steady as ever. Joe's talking about his new tractor, and Miss Ellie is planning her garden for next spring already," Howard chuckled, pouring the dark liquid. As Howard tended to other customers, a stranger pushed through the door. Tall, in a sharp suit that didn't fit the July heat, he scanned the room before settling on a booth across from Sarah. Howard, with a curious glance, approached to take his order. "Just coffee, black," the stranger said curtly, his eyes buried in a newspaper. The unusual sight of the man brewed a subtle unease in Sarah. This was a community where everyone knew everyone, and an outsider, especially one as cold as him, stuck out like a sore thumb. "Not from around here?" Howard attempted small talk as he returned with the coffee. "No," was the flat reply, attention undiverted from his paper. An uncomfortable silence hung heavily, punctuated only by the clinks of cutlery and soft rock ballads playing overhead. Sarah tried to refocus on her grading, but her gaze kept drifting to the mysterious man. Just as the clock struck noon, a raucous group of local high school students clashed in, breaking the tension. Their laughter filled the space, their youthful energy reminding Sarah of the upcoming school year. "Looks like you'll have your hands full this semester," Howard noted, gesturing towards the boisterous crowd. Sarah nodded, her attention partially captured by one of the students approaching the stranger. "Mr. Grant?" the young boy called hesitantly. The man lowered his newspaper, revealing a surprisingly gentle smile. "Yes, Timothy? Mom sent me to give you this." Timothy extended a parcel, which Mr. Grant accepted with a soft, "Thank you, I've been expecting this." Howard and Sarah exchanged a look of surprise. Mr. Grant noticed and offered an explanation. "I'm the new superintendent for the school district, here to observe and prepare before the term starts." The tension washed away with his words, replaced by collective understanding. Howard, chuckling at their earlier suspicions, offered another coffee on the house, "to celebrate your new role." As Mr. Grant warmly accepted, Sarah felt a relief mingling with excitement. The stranger was no longer a stranger, but a part of Tang's ever-evolving story. Mel's, as ever, was a place where barriers broke down over cups of coffee, where stories began or found their continuation under the endless watch of the old elm tree.